You got to really know the business. And then you'll know how to make the best decisions. A lot of people is getting it confused too. A lot of artists is for the culture, but still trying to make the best decisions, and they getting that mixed up. And that's why you might not understand why they do everything that they do, because it's confusion.
Right.
Yeah,
It's almost
a
like
lot of
cross
artists.
branding.
Of course,
Sure.
of course, a lot of artists
Yeah.
jack a lot of things that that they don't stand behind. But when the label's telling you to do something, you got to maneuver.
Or
But
you
I
Right.
hear
used
And
to,
that.
then they're
or you
sending
used to
mixed
live in,
messages.
or you might be used to living a certain lifestyle, and to maintain that lifestyle, to keep spending that money and looking like you living that lifestyle that you're supposed to be living, you need certain
Yeah.
money to be coming in.
Yeah, yeah.
So if there's not a lot of opportunities, and then the opportunity is something that you're not cool with, but it's a big check, you might
Hmm.
find yourself still doing it.
They'll take that and run.
Right.
Yeah,
For
Yeah.
sure.
they'll take that and run.
Compromising your whole moral compass just to be able to maintain that bag.
For sure.
Of course,
Let
gotta
me
put on
ask
the
you a
facade.
question. What do you think is the biggest lesson that you've learned? Because you've had a pretty thorough career in hip hop and you've remained relevant. You're still making great music. What is the biggest lesson that you think you've learned from this game?
The biggest lesson is that it is a game. It's not just straightforward like you might think when you were a kid. Like you just
Hmm.
perform, write music, I just do a video, perform, and I'm just gonna make money. It's a shiesty business, and everybody out for their own benefit. Everybody do
Amen to
what they
that.
do to try to benefit themselves and their brand. So y'all
Hmm.
might gotta connect and do things together to benefit each other. But just know
Yeah,
that that's what they doing. They trying to benefit their own brand, and you trying to benefit your own brand, and y'all come together to work together. But they main interest is their brand, not yours.
Right.
of
But a
course,
lot
of
of
course.
people in
Yeah,
the business will manipulate you like you're the priority. Like they even put you before they brand when that's
Right.
not true. So
Right.
you got to understand how the game work, how people in the business work, and then you'll be a lot better off. But because I came in so young, straight from the streets, I was
Yeah.
thinking that the industry was exactly like that. Everything that people said to me on the streets, I felt like if somebody in the industry said it, it held just as much weight, but it wasn't the
Hmm.
same. So that
Right.
just come with learning and growing, especially a lot of people that's in the industry not willing to tell you, because that information is valuable, and that's how they able to survive, by keeping the
Yeah.
information and passing it off to other people. So
Very
you'll
true.
rarely hear
okay.
people talking like me.
They try to gatekeep.
You will rarely hear
Yeah.
people talking like me, letting the truth out, because they'll hold on to that information and use that for their advantage.
Hmm.
But I'm in a different direction, and I don't really need the information to go where I'm going. So I rather people know, so that we could get a better product, better music,
Yes.
better battles, better bloggers, better
All of that.
photographers, better
Everything.
video, everything. Like
Right. And I feel like that's an important aspect of living our best life and really kind of living in our purpose. What you learn, we can't hold on to it forever, right? We don't learn forever, so we don't live forever. So we have to pass that on so that the next generation knows what to do and has that wisdom. Otherwise, we're not fulfilling what we're supposed to do. When we become the teachers, now we've got people that we're educating and so on and so forth.
for sure.
Yeah,
Yeah, because when
that's
we
true.
was born in this earth, we wasn't born like what they say Adam and Eve, like in the beginning of the world where we ain't have no information. Like we was born
Right.
off the information of so many people that came before us, that we just was born in a certain place that was just like we was already good to a certain extent, and we got to just
Yeah.
keep it going, so the next generation and the next generation to be better and better and better and living off of our information.
Right,
Hmm.
agreed. And I think that's especially important with our people because in America, our people have been so misinformed and have been so displaced and kind of scattered. Now we've gone against one another and we no longer have that community. And you even see that in the hip hop culture. So many people getting killed over nonsense. Like, I mean, Pop Smoke is a perfect example of that. May he rest in peace. But like we
Yeah,
just lost a
and
great new artist for nothing, over
people still
nothing.
don't know what's going on. You know what I mean? And that's the thing
Right.
about it. When it comes to these high, performers or whatever the case may be in the hip hop community,
Yeah.
people get killed or something happens, and no one ever knows nothing.
No one has answers.
And it's crazy. It's crazy. Even if there's cameras, even if
But you
there's,
gotta
you know,
that's life though. Is millions of people that got killed on the streets that they don't have answers for, and that they ain't come up with no solution for. It's just
Yeah.
that these people are publicized. It's just put right in your face, so
mm,
you want answers more than the person down the street. You know what I'm saying?
Of
But
course.
mm,
the
Okay.
law really don't do their job anyway. Like if it's not somebody out there to tell them what happened, it's like it's hard for them to figure it out anyway. So they
Agreed.
really never come up with the answers for stuff that's going on unless somebody just come out and tell them. So
Or unless they're being pressed for it by the media,
yeah,
and then it's
so
Yeah,
about
yeah, they
saving
pressure for
I,
it.
face.
I can understand that.
I'm not really, you know what I'm saying? I'm not shocked at the fact that they're not able to solve these crimes because they never really be trying to anyway.
Yeah,
And when you
Mm.
think about all of the years that passed and the rappers that passed, it is a lot of rappers passing away, but
yeah,
that happens anyway. Like I just
yeah.
got it, like rappers and celebrities is going past regardless. People going past regardless. Like you know what I'm saying?
Right.
People going past, but it's
Forget
just
about that.
about
Fred the
all that you.
Godson
It's just all
also
that
just
you.
passing away.
Yeah, sorry to
Yeah,
hear that, man. Rest in peace to Fred the God,
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
yeah. That was crazy. I know
But
he was battling
It's
COVID.
tricky.
It was very sad.
yeah, it's just like
Yeah,
everybody
man.
can't stay here forever. Everybody got to go. So when it's in your face and it's publicized, sometimes you take it a little worse than other
Personally.
situations. Yeah,
That's
100%,
true.
100%.
And I do agree with you with that because, people are killed around the world on a regular basis. It doesn't mean that somebody else's pain is lessened because the person that died in their family wasn't a celebrity. You know what I mean? They
sure,
both feel that pain, but
You
we
know,
want answers more because it's out there for pop culture to follow.
for
it's
sure,
it's crazy because you look at the fans now are now artists battling each other online and setting up
Yeah.
fake campaigns for that. Like I'm sitting back watching this quarantine stuff crazy. I'm like,
Fake
fans are
campaigns, you
saying who
said,
they want to
FMI?
verse. Yeah, they're saying, oh, I want this person to verse this person, and then it actually happens. I just find it crazy with the times we live in now, like the control that, and you know what I mean, trying to create a conversation.
Yeah. Well, let me ask
It's
you a
just
question. Cassidy, if you were to battle someone, like let's say they wanted to put you up for an Instagram battle, who would you want to go against?
y'all breaking up a little bit. Say that again.
I said we were just talking about how like there's been so many different Instagram battles between producers, between rappers. If you were to go up against someone, who would you want to personally go up against?
Uh, I'm not sure. This new battle style that they doing, like my man Swiss Beats and Timberland, they set up that versus battle thing. It's
yeah.
like where you play music like hits during your career, and it's like that's cool. It's
That's
entertaining.
not what I'm talking about.
It's
Yeah,
entertaining for quarantine, but that's not really battling to me because
agreed.
everybody
Up
already
you're
know
into
the
the battle
songs
community.
already.
Yeah,
So it's not like
Mhm.
you presenting nothing new or shocking. It's just like it's just good for people to see the catalog of these producers and all at once realized all of the impact that they made on their whole career. It's good for that.
that is
True.
dope
But
too.
that's really like a company move. I mean, you playing the songs that the companies own. It's just like radio or like
Absolutely.
video shows or something. It's like more for the machine.
Like
And
syndication.
and battle rap is more like real battle rap where you write the verses or you get busy
Yes.
on the spot with new material. That's more in the artist hands, and that's more like a business move. You know what I'm saying with the verses stuff. So
Hmm.
Yeah.
I don't
Well,
really got
I
no
would say
picks or
like a
nobody that I
real
would want
a
to
real
battle
battle
against.
rap. If you had the
Yeah,
ability to
yeah.
do a real battle rap, there's no one
I'm
in the
about to say
game
because
that you would
Cassidy
want to go
nasty.
up against.
Nah, not nobody that I got no beef with or personally want to
No,
go
not no
against. But I
beef.
want every
Just like to go lyrics to lyrics.
nah, I want to be competitive against everybody. Everybody that rap, I want to be better than. So
I love it.
whoever wants some smoke, like could get it at any given time because
Hey.
I'm always trying to be the best at this.
Cassidy, oh,
So it's like it don't
I love
matter.
that
Like
man. You're curious with it.
I don't got no problems with nobody. Like I want him or something like that, or I'm not a fan of somebody. Like I want him because that'll make my life. Is like I
Yeah,
don't really care. Whoever come with my problems could get it. I got my book in front of me right now, always preparing for whoever. Like, you
I
know what I'm
love it.
saying? So,
No
For
doubt.
real, that's dope.
So what's next on your agenda? I'm sure you've been making a bunch of music. I know I got some of
Yeah,
your
I've been
new
seeing him
music
produce a
from
lot lately
MJ.
too. I've been seeing him in the studio producing. Cassidy then took it to another level with that.
yeah, I got a
Yeah.
lot of music out on all platforms. I got a record called It's Barry Time, a record called Hate Research. All of these new records that I produce, I'm working on a project called Bars and Beats. So I'm
Okay.
gonna produce 100% of it and write 100% of it. And I be
Dope.
saying like a lot of producers, they got ghost producers and they use a lot of samples. So you will
Hmm.
see a lot of names
Yeah,
under the under the track when you look who played a part. And then a
Right.
lot of these rappers be having ghost writers and other people that be giving input. So when you look
We
under
talk
their
about that all the
tracks,
time.
you
Yeah.
see a
Yeah,
bunch of names too. But when you
Yeah.
look under my tracks, under the production and the writing, all you're gonna see is one name, mine. So
Nice.
that's the difference. And I want to show
Okay.
people how creative I am
that's
alone,
dope.
not with a team, not with a bunch of writers or a bunch of people giving me ideas or me making a bunch of songs and having a meeting on who like the best song. It's like,
Right.
nah, all of this is from the muscle and what I feel is going to work and what I feel as though it's hot and I bring it to the table and that's how I make it work. So I think I demand a different level of respect than a person working with 100 different people. You know what I'm
Mm.
Right.
saying?
I can dig it. So are you working like exclusively independently right now? You're not signed under any label?
I've been independent for over 15 years. I just been
Nice.
busting a lot
Oh,
of
I didn't even
major
know that.
moves that people think that I'm still like a major
Signed.
artist and think I still got
Yeah,
deals.
that I can see that. Yeah, that sounds. That's what I thought, honestly.
But under like 5 years of my career, I was with a major. Like I was only
Okay.
with a major for a short period of time. And once I learned enough of the business and became a household name where people would still know me, I
Yeah.
was independent ever since then, trying to figure it out.
Very
That makes
smart.
sense. That makes sense. Collecting all the
Very
royalties from
smart. And
everything
and
that you're
that's
doing.
and that's so much
Yeah,
wisdom to so many artists out here. You know what I
big
mean?
facts.
Have the plan. I think you said it earlier. Learn the business. You got to learn the business behind what you're doing, and you can't just look at the fluff and the fame and the notoriety and the stages and the women, but understand what goes on behind the scenes because when you're putting your money and your information and your trust in other people's hands, it could go bye bye very fast. We've seen a lot of artists in hip hop
Facts.
and just entertainment go bankrupt because their managers were milking their money. So, be
And
careful, handle your business.
some artists is in it because they want the money. Some people
Yeah,
only do this because they see you could be successful. They see
right.
people wearing jewelry and driving fancy cars and getting all of the girls, and they impressed by that. The same way,
Yeah,
like back in the day when drug dealers was giving you that image, people wanted to deal drugs. They wanted to do
right.
anything where they see the person getting the light. So now
Yep,
that the rapper getting the attention, they want to be a rapper. But they
true.
don't really got love for hip hop or the culture. They just want
I feel like that's a
the
lot of
success
artists
that
now.
come along with it. That's the
The way
Yeah,
of phrasing
majority of
with
them.
it too.
Now that
I
is the
Yeah,
agree. And it
honestly.
majority of
tells.
them. But it's
Yeah,
artists like me that rap because I want to be the best at putting lyrics together. I started rapping before I even knew about money. When I was a kid, before I even had any bills. Like I ain't even
yeah,
pay a bill yet. I didn't even know about money. I just knew that I could impress people with the words I wrote down and I loved that feeling. So I kept
right.
trying to attack that and get better
Mm.
at that. And I wanted to be the best at that. So that's why I still keep doing it. Even if I had the most money in the world, I would still continue to rap. Or even if the higher power told me I could never make no money off it, I would still do it because I just like the feeling and how
That's
it
the
make me
love.
That's
feel.
real. That's
You
the
know what I'm
purest
saying?
That's
real.
right.
But some people
And we
only
were
That's
do
actually
it
real.
for
just
a
That's
talking
check.
about this earlier. Yeah, and when you
yeah.
do it for a check, it shows because the level of passion isn't going to be the same. The level of execution isn't
You
going to be
know,
the same. You
and
do
the
something
crazy
with your
part
heart, it
is,
shows.
it's crazy.
Yeah.
It's crazy because now the fake artists or the artists that lie about it, you know what I mean, get the most reputation for it, and it's beautiful how that works. But sometimes people just
Fake
want
it
to
till
hear a
you make
story.
it.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Story, and not
And
they don't
that's
want
what
to
it
get
is, a
lost in,
story.
even if it's true or not, and that's the sad part. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
For sure. It's
it's true.
entertainment, man. So you gotta blend it in. You gotta figure out a way to
Yeah.
make it entertaining. If your
Hmm.
story ain't entertaining enough, then you gotta figure out other stories to tell. You could tell other people's stories, but in a creative way. You know
No
what I'm
doubt.
saying?
Mm.
The same thing all the directors and movie writers do. They don't write every movie about what happened in their life. A lot
Right.
of times it be based off things that happen in their life. That's the reason why they're able to write in that direction. But they
Hmm.
incorporate a lot of stuff into the movie to make it entertaining to the public. It's the same
Yeah.
thing you gotta do with this rap music. And that's the thing that be confusing too, because they make you believe in some instances that everything these rappers say is real and it's like 100% real and you're supposed to
Yo,
believe it.
yo,
But then at the flip
yo.
side, they make you think that it's entertainment and you shouldn't believe none of it. So it's
Right.
like
So
the
which
fan
is
is
it?
even confused. The
Yeah.
fan might depend on the facial expression you make or the type of name you got to determine whether they think is real or not when you say stuff. And they don't even,
True.
it's so confusing. You could
There's
be
so
like a
many
pop
examples
star.
of that right now.
You could be like a
Hmm.
pop star that never put in no work and never
So
did
many.
nothing. But if you say it, people will still think like, yo, they really mean it. It's like they don't
Yeah.
really do no background check to see how authentic you are or how many lies you told in the past. It don't matter. As long as you say it
Right.
now, the fans will think it's real and they'll run with it. They'll start
Put it
putting
on the
up
beat and it
memes and
sound good.
talking about
Good.
it and tweeting about it and making it seem like it's a real thing when it's not.
Yeah. We're very much in a fake it till you make it kind of society. But we're running low on time. We're gonna have to bring in T Money. I definitely want to thank you for coming on. I know we were having some technical issues. Please let our fans and know where they can follow you and where they can get your new projects that are available.
My new projects is on all platforms. Whatever platform you're using, just Google my name, type in my name, Cassidy. I pop up with a bunch of new music on all platforms. My
Dope.
social media is Cassidy underscore Larceny. That's underscore LARSINY. I got the blue check so you know it's official.
No
The
doubt.
email to get with me if you're trying to send beats or do music or do some business and book me is shitlitty at Gmail. SHITLITTY at Gmail. And everybody tuned in, go to my webpage to get the merchandise. This bars is back gear,
Oh,
snapback,
it's back.
dad hat, sweaters, jackets. Well, we got it all, man.
Nice.
And it got my videos and keep you updated with everything that I got going on the webpage. And that's www.CassidyTheHustler.com. Cassidy, DAHUSTLA, CassidyTheHustler.com.
That's what's up. And we'll definitely be spinning your new music. We appreciate you for stopping through, Cassidy. It's
Thanks for
always a
having me.
pleasure.
Keep
Yeah,
doing
it's a
your thing, man.
pleasure.
Appreciate
Salute.
you, my
Until the
brother.
next time.
Thank you so much.